lose all my money versus this guy.
What's up, guys? This is Chai Poker, aka Boston Ben. I'm here at the 2026 World Series of Poker, and this is the Paris Casino. Behind me is the convention center where they hold a lot of the tournaments, and it's also being held next door at the Horseshoe Casino. I'll show you guys both areas, and welcome to the World Series of Poker. Let's go. Okay, so over here is the Paris Convention Center, and we are going to walk over to the Horseshoe section of the World Series. It's a little bit of a walk. Over here you can see the schedule of tournaments this summer. The World Series goes for almost 2 months. They have different types of tournaments and buy-ins, different games. Definitely a wide variety. They also have some cash games and satellite tournaments where you can win your way into a bigger buy-in tournament. The coolest thing about the World Series, in my opinion, is that it brings poker players from all over the world here to Vegas for almost 2 months. It's just so cool being able to interact with all these different players. I'm here with local grinder David. Been playing poker for a long time, right?
Long time. Long time.
And we have something in common. We both went to the University of Pittsburgh, alumni.
Yeah, he was a baby when I graduated.
And you're originally from Pittsburgh, right?
I'm originally from Pittsburgh.
The Berg, baby. What do you miss the O?
I don't miss anything.
No.
It's all changed.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here in Vegas. I've been here 15 years now.
Yeah, 15 years and about 13 years.
So we've been grinding here a long time.
Yeah, we met playing poker, and we've known each other for a good amount of time.
Quite a while, yeah.
Thanks.
Because we played all up and down the strip.
Yeah, we run into each other all over the place, basically. And we both did this last promotion here in the Horseshoe Poker Room. We did, how many hours did you end up with?
100.1.
101. Just over. You make sure that you got
Get the minimum, qualify, move on.
I did 125. And then we played the tournament a few days ago.
Yeah.
And how'd it go for you?
I got a main event seat, so
You won.
it was pretty exciting.
One of 25 people to get that main event seat. So have you played the main event before?
Yes.
Yeah. How many times?
Twice.
Played 2 times the main event, and did you cash in those?
It's time to get one.
All right. So he's gonna turn the free roll ticket into the main event champion. Hopefully
November 9th, baby. Come on.
Future main event. That'll be a good story, man.
It'll be a great story.
Right?
Yeah, it was a fun ride on the free roll. I had one flip. I had to make one scary call, but then I was set. That was good.
I didn't last too long. I ran pretty bad in unfortunate spots. Let's just chill here for a few minutes. This is the Horseshoe Casino, little lounge area. And let me tell you about the World Series of Poker. This is your first time at the World Series. Don't be intimidated. There's plenty of players who are also in the same situation. Just have fun. It's such a cool event. You're going to be playing with players from all over the world, all over the country. And just enjoy yourself and have fun. I think it's important to keep up the pace of play. These tournaments can last for long hours, long days, and if everyone just kind of checked themselves and made sure that they were keeping up with the pace of play, I think it would really improve the experience for a lot of players. So that means if it's an easy fold, just fold quickly, and if you need a little more time for a harder decision, I think about 30 seconds is fine, and around 2 minutes if it's a really tough decision. If it's a larger tournament, a bigger buy-in tournament, then maybe you can get more time for hardy decisions. But in general, just keep up the pace of play. Okay, we have to talk about the dealers at the World Series of Poker. The World Series of Poker needs thousands and thousands of dealers. So a lot of the dealers are brand new. This might be the first time they've ever dealt poker or a big tournament. With that in mind, it's really important to be patient. These dealers are learning. You might have to point some things out to them. It can get very frustrating at times, because sometimes it's just really simple things that the dealers are messing up. But you just have to go with it and just try and be helpful, try and keep your cool, try not to get so upset. And just do the best you can, try and help them. It's kind of everyone's responsibility. It shouldn't be just like one player that's always pointing things out. It should be up to the whole table to just kind of keep an eye on the dealer and make sure that they're doing things correctly, pointing out things that are not correct. And now they have, now on the app you can rate the dealers, which I think is a good thing in some ways. We'll see how it goes. I think it's good because I really feel like the dealers need to know the mistakes they're making so that they can improve. They need to be told. They need to be told what they're doing wrong, and they just need to correct them. And if they're improving and they're learning from their mistakes, then they should keep dealing. But if they're not learning from their mistakes, if they just keep making the same mistakes over and over, then I hope that something is done about that. All right, in tournaments and in poker in general, it's just really important to pay attention. When I'm playing at a table, I'm trying to stay focused. It's hard sometimes, but I'm trying to stay off my phone, especially in big tournaments here. We got the World Series of Poker. Just pay attention. You should be watching how players play, if they're playing tight, if they're playing loose, if they're aggressive. And every time they turn their hand over, you should kind of make a mental note about how they played the hand. I know when I'm playing, anytime somebody turns their hand over, I kind of make a mental note. And then hours later, I can tell you the hands that they played, how they played them. Were they passive? Were they aggressive? It's just really important to pay attention. And down here is the horseshoe section of the World Series of Poker. They have a tournament section. They're also doing daily tournaments and satellites. Alright, just busted out of my first World Series event. I played a $135 satellite and to win $1,000 in tournament credit. It was a landmark satellite, which is the same as what I played earlier this year at the Venetian. So once you get to 100,000 in chips, that's it. You're done, and you got $1,000 in tournament credit. It's really fast structure, and as expected, the dealers were very green. Our first dealer, I think it was his first time ever dealing, so he needed a lot of help, and we really didn't get many hands in, which is important in the turbo, but it is what it is. And so I didn't last too long, just really couldn't get anything going. Okay, second break of the tournament. There were a few interesting hands, hard to keep track of when you're in the middle of playing, but I'll give you one. I got a bluff through. I do bluff. So blinds were 100, 200, 200. There was a raise to 600, and I was on the button. I called with King 10 of diamonds. Some situations I might 3-bet that hand, but in this situation I just flatted. So there were 4 of us in the hand going to a flop, which was 8, 3, and 4, only 1 diamond on the flop. The big blind checked, and the initial raiser made it 800. It's pretty kind of a small bet into the pot. Definitely not going to fold for 800. I could go backdoor diamonds. There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of good turn cards for me. So I called the 8, and I think the big blind also called the 8. The turn was another low card. I think it was a 6. And I was willing to bluff. I was ready. I mean, that's one of the reasons I called on the flop, thinking maybe I could bluff the turn. So they did both check to me, and I bet 4,000, and they both folded. So I got a bluff through. Do bluff once in a while. It's always better to have it, but sometimes if you're not getting cards, you got to try and make something happen. So I got that through, and then a little later, I raised with kings. I flopped a set of kings. I checked the flop. One other guy in the hand. I checked the flop. He also checked it back. Turn was the 9 of diamonds, putting 3 diamonds out there. I didn't think he had a flush draw. I thought he would bet that on the flop if he did. So I bet the turn, decent chunk. He called. And then the river was another diamond, which I almost threw up in my mouth. I can't bet. Haven't without. It's just the set of kings, no diamonds. The king of diamonds was on the flop. So I had to check the river. Fortunately, he checked behind, and he turned 2 pair. So I won a decent stack there. And going into the second break, I have a little less than 30,000. Just wasn't winning any hands. Couldn't make anything, and just can't bluff every hand. So I just got in some bad spots and went kind of low in chips. Did win a hand. I got up to like 20,000 or so, and I was able to double up soon after that with ace queen. Got it all in against tens, and I won the flip. And then I was hovering around 30 to 40K for a while. Just this last hand, I raised with pocket 7s to 2,500. I had about 35,000, and the guy next to me made it 7,500, and the guy next to him called. I probably would have just folded if it was heads up, but with the other guy being in the hand, I wanted to see a flop, see if I can hit a 7. I missed, and it was like ace jack flop, so I'm not continuing against 2 other players, and that brought me down to like under 30,000 in chips. And this is a turbo, so you're gonna have to gamble. It's really not that many chips, a little above starting stack, but I'm gonna need a double up for sure.